previous class, we have learnt about the internal structure of the earth. So now, today we are going to learn about movement of the earth's crust. So dear students, already you know, in the present world, how many continents we have? 7 continents. Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia, Antarctica. Like this, we have 7 continents. They have different shape. One continent is different from another continent in the form of its shape. So the present shape and the present position of the continents, they may seem fixed. But if you go to the history of the continents, they have moved. Continents have moved. Continents have collided with each other. Continents have merged. Continents, they have been turned apart again. Mountains, see, in the present world, different kinds of mountains are there, like Himalayan mountains, Alps mountains, Ural mountains, like that. So, mountains, if you go back to the history of the world, history of the earth, mountains have raised, and mountains, they have been raised to the ground. Mountains have raised and have been raised to the ground. Present oceans like Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, oceans have formed with large amount of water, and oceans also dried up. Can you believe this? But oceans dried. Oceans have formed and dried up. And valleys, they have been carved and so on during the course of the earth's eventful history. It means if you go to the history of the earth, what happened? Mountains have raised and they have been raised to the ground. Oceans have formed and they dried up, and valleys carved and so on. All these are happening in the earth's history. So, if you go to the history of the earth, only there are no 7 continents. There are no 4 oceans like today. So, one of the famous geophysicists, he studied about the earth in the early 20th century, and he proposed a theory about the earth, about the continents. That theory was called theory of continental drift. Who was that famous geophysicist studied about the earth? His name was Alfred Wegener. Alfred Wegener. Who was this Alfred Wegener? He belongs to Germany. He was a German meteorologist. He was a German meteorologist. And he was also geophysicist. He was also geophysicist. He was a famous meteorologist and also a geophysicist. His name was Alfred Wegener. He introduced a theory in the early 20th century. Now we are living in 21st century, no? So Alfred Wegener, he proposed this continental drift theory in the early 20th century. Who was Alfred Wegener? He was a famous German meteorologist and also geophysicist. He proposed a theory about our continental drift. So the name of the theory was theory of continental drift. So what he described, what he explained in this theory, what Alfred Wegener explained in this theory, he described about the present arrangement of the continents and ocean basins. See, now North America, South America, Asia, Africa, America, Australia, all these continents, they have located in different positions, different places. No, how they arranged, how the present form of the continents and oceans arrange that he explained, he described in this continental drift theory. So in this theory, Alfred Wegener explained about the present arrangement of continents and ocean basins. According to Alfred Wegener, in the early 20th century, according to Alfred Wegener, only he postulated means here he assumed. Alfred Wegener assumed only there was one supercontinent there in the history of the earth. Now we have 7 continents now, but according to Alfred Wegener continental drift theory, he assumed, he postulated only there was a massive supercontinent. Only there was one supercontinent. The name of the massive supercontinent is, according to Alfred Wegener postulated that only there was one massive supercontinent. The name of the massive supercontinent is Pangaea. What is Pangaea? So Alfred Wegener postulated only there was one supercontinent. That supercontinent name was called Pangaea. Actually, this is a Greek word. Pangaea is a Greek word. In the Greek language, Pangaea means whole land. What's the meaning of Pangaea? Whole land. So it was existed. According to Alfred Wegener, this continent is existed 220 million years ago. 220 million years ago. See, Alfred Wegener, he proposed this theory in the early 20th century. But according to Alfred Wegener, there was a massive supercontinent. The name of the massive supercontinent was Pangaea. This massive supercontinent was existed when? About 220 million years ago. It means about 220 million years ago, there was only one supercontinent. The name of the massive supercontinent is Pangaea. Why it is called Pangaea? In the Greek language, Pangaea means whole land. It means only the whole land is divided into only one continent, that is Pangaea. But after over million years ago, just now we have learnt. Just now in the previous class we have learnt in the internal structure of the earth. What happens? Crust is floating on the mantle. Which is floating? Crust is floating on the mantle. Because of the movement of the crust, continents have been moving. Continents have been colliding with each other. In that process, what happened? The present continents, they have divided. The present form of the present shape of the continents, they have formed this like over millions of years process. So still the present 7 continents, still they are moving there. Still they are moving. They are not constantly fixed at one particular place. Still the present continents are moving. So according to Alfred Wegener, Pangaea is a hypothetical continent. Pangaea is a hypothetical continent. We don't know. Is it real continent or is it imaginary continent? So what type of continent it is? Pangaea is a hypothetical continent. Pangaea is a hypothetical continent. From that continent, the present continents originated. The present 7 continents are originated by the hypothetical continents, that is Pangaea. Right? Yes. So according to Alfred Wegener, that supercontinent, that massive supercontinent Pangaea, it is broke up into 2 parts. Pangaea is broke up into 2 parts, 2 lands. One is Laurasia or Angara land. Laurasia, or it is also called Angara land. And second one is Gondwana land. So according to Alfred Wegener, the massive supercontinent Pangaea, it was broke up into two parts. One is Laurasia. Other name of Laurasia is Angara land. Another one is Gondwana land. So present North America is part of Angara land. Present Greenland is part of Angara land, and all Eurasia north of Indian subcontinent, they are part of the Angara land. And Gondwana land, which present places are part of Gondwana land? Present South America. Present South America is part of Gondwana land. Present Africa continent is part of Gondwana land. Present Madagascar is part of Gondwana land. And our country India also part of Gondwana land. Arabia, Malaysia, East Indies, Australia and Antarctica. All these places, they are part of Gondwana land. Have you understand? Entire massive supercontinent, it was broke up into two parts, Laurasia or Angara land and Gondwana land. So some of the places are part of Laurasia or Angara land and some of the places are part of Gondwana land. And here you have to remember, our country India is part of Gondwana land. Okay, right. So these two flags means Angara land and Gondwana land. They are separated. These two flags are separated by one sea, one massive super sea. That sea is called Tethys Sea. What is the name of the sea? Tethys. So these two lands, Angara land and Gondwana land, these two flags, they were separated by a long, shallow inland sea. The name of the sea is Tethys Sea. So this is the movement of the Earth's crust. In that way, present continents and present oceans have formed. See, if you observe, it took millions of years. Not only 1, 2 years, not only 1,000 years. It took millions of years for the continents to reach the present position. To reach the present position, it took millions of years. It means, just now we have learnt, crust is floating. It means continents are still moving. So slowly they are moving. In that process, they are reaching to the present position. So to reach the present position, it took millions of years. So you have to remember, even today, continents have been moving. Still they are moving, and still the present position, the present form of the continents have been changing. Why the continents have been moving? Because the crust is floating on the mantle. Mantle is a pliable layer over which crust is floating. Because of the floating of the crust, continents have been moving. Even today, even still the continents have been moving. That is why the present shape of the continent, the present form of the continent have been changing. Right? That's it.